Kyle and Marisa met during their freshman year of college at Western Michigan University. At the time, they were both living their best college lives. A year later, they were reintroduced when Kyle invited himself into Marissa's car for a ride home after a party. Apparently, Marisa wasn't too excited about that at the time. But their paths didn't cross again until the fall of their senior year. This time, and after a few weeks of Kyle proving to Marisa that he wasn't a loser, God's timing was right, and they began to date. Kyle brought Marisa out to South Haven for ice cream and to walk the pier on their first date, and it became a special place for them to go during their time in Kalamazoo. In fact, it was in South Haven where the two would get engaged. Kyle brought Marisa there for what she thought would be a dinner with his aunt and uncle. Kyle told her that they should go out there a little bit early and grab a drink and walk on the pier beforehand. And on the way back from their walk, Kyle had a photographer staged to capture the moment he proposed. And afterward, the two headed back to Kalamazoo, where both of their families were in town for a dinner to celebrate.
Kyle, I think what I'm supposed to say right now is I prayed for you before I met you. But that's not the case for me, because before I met you, I didn't pray, and I certainly didn't think I deserved to pray for someone as perfect as you.
Marisa, never did I think that I have the privilege to spend the rest of my life with someone as beautiful and amazing as you are. I've never dreamt of the ways that you have and continue to bless my life. You've taught me how to love, not only how to love you in the world, but how to love myself. I've reached goals that I didn't think were achievable because you believed in me, stood with me, and never let me give up.
Before I met you, I thought God was someone whose club I wasn't invited to anymore. Before I met you, I had decided I was the only person I could count on and trust. And before I met you, I had already accepted the fact that there wasn't a man praying for me somewhere out there. But then I did meet you, the most strong, compassionate, selfless man I've ever met.
Four short years ago, walking into our senior year of college, there was a lot of uncertainty in my life. I wasn't too sure what my life was going to look like just that next year, but I couldn't complain. Something just felt different being with you. You were fun, exciting, silly to be around, but at the same time, so independent, confident, smart, and driven to succeed.
You showed me the kindness I thought I didn't deserve, proved to me that trust and love are things that I'm capable of, and introduced me to a Savior who says I am fearfully and wonderfully made.
Marisa, you asked me about the song that I would like to dance to, and what I didn't tell you is that I actually chose this song 25 years ago. This was the first song that we danced together with. I think it was probably on this day. You were not even a year old. And as I held you, I looked at you and I realized I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But I listened to this song and I knew that we were going to figure it out. And as we danced, I thought about all the times that we would have together and the adventures and what the next 25 years would look like. And I actually thought about this day. You and your best friend would start a relationship together that you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
You're my favorite adventure, my greatest blessing, and the best thing that's ever happened to me. You radiate God's love and strength in everything you do, and to everyone you meet, and I am not an exception to that. I learned to love you and God at the same time, and I think that's exactly how this plan was meant.
Falling for you isn't falling at all. I always have wanted you even before I knew you. You were the love story that I didn't know the words to, but always knew existed. When I finally found it and began to read, I knew I was home. You're my person. I've known it since the day that I met you. We're meant to do this together.
I pray to always pursue you, love you, care for you, and date you, and I pray for you every single day. For the man you were, and for the husband, co-pilot, and love of my life that you are and will be always.
It is unbelievable that I get to stand here today and marry the most beautiful woman in the world. And I cannot wait to see what God has in store for our marriage. I love you so much.
Crap.